Sunday Draft Stars crew, we have two games, Dragons Titans, Knights v the Raiders. And look at this outside back section, 13,600 is the highest salary, and that's from someone on the interchange, so not ideal here. You definitely have a couple of solid options here in the Titans, I believe, with Philip Sammy and Jaden Campbell, if you're looking at that high end. Both guys that are averaging mid-30s and could get anywhere from a 30 to about a 45-50, I think, in this matchup, in a closer one against the Dragons, which is going to be a bit of fun. Matt Tomoko, so he's an interesting one. Up against the Newcastle Knights, he has 3 scores above 40 in his last 4, which is pretty cool. At 13k, so you don't have to go too crazy on that one. You got Dane Gagai, who has that one massive score in amongst it all, and Lomax has been scuffling a little bit over the last 2 to 3 weeks. So they're guys that you could potentially avoid in this one. You've got options including Sebastian Chris and Xavier Savage, who I think you can get in the mid-30s. You've got Cody Ramsey, who's a bit more of that boom or bust type of player. I think in that one, you've got Edric Lee, who's been actually fairly consistent, to be honest. 32 is his lowest in the last 5. So he's an interesting one up against Canberra there. And then lighter than that, there's really not too many options. You can go the cheap ones in Dom Young or Mapapa Langi for Christian Mapapa Langi for the Knights in his debut game, which will be cool. Why is it 10k? I don't know. Should be at a 9. But anyway. Halves and hookers, I think there's 2 clear options. We have AJ Brimson and we have Jaden Brayley. 2 guys I think that could do great for you. And a third in line would be like a Jackie White, and I think at a little bit less of a price than someone like Foggs, who, to be honest, has been fairly consistent, has that 38 in there, so he could really go nuts as well, but you're paying a little bit more through the nose than you are with those other guys. If we're moving down the line, really not too much to talk about apart from Tanner Boyd, who's been great as well. So he's pretty close to must-have. Probably in the flex position, to be honest. I'd like to go for AJ and also him, or if you're going for a Ben Hunt or something like that, would be the way to go. But let's move to the forwards now. I'm probably going to avoid someone like Joey Tarpany in his first game back. Yes, he could come out and dominate, but I still think that with that rib issue, he could be a little bit ginger, probably not being able to score a crazy amount. And if you're paying 23,500, I really want some, not consistency, but I really want to just have some surety, or that he's going to come out and absolutely dominate. That's a great word, surety. But 23.5, I just think, yeah, is a little bit much. When you can go for someone like Fafita, who's coming off a really big game, I think he can do a great job for you in this one. Josh Papali'i is another one that's been scoring super well. I think you can pick him up pretty comfortably at 20k as well. Probably avoiding Adam Elliott this week, just for the way that he's got 2 low scores in the last 3. Not exactly what we're looking for. Jack Bird, I think, is a solid one at 15.8 thousand there, coming off 69 on in that lock position. So if he can play big minutes again, I think he can score pretty well. Frizzell's been playing much better the last 3 weeks, so 46 to 59 is his range in that last 3. Anywhere there, you'll be pretty happy. Brodie Jones, I think, is great at 13.9, so you're looking anywhere above a 40, I believe, in the 80 minutes for Brodie, and that's a nice price at 13.9 for him and that type of output. You get a couple of mid-30s guys in Isaac Liu, Jamin Jolliffe. You have really not too much else other than that down the line. So that would be my selections in this one. I think you've got to get that, with Tanner Boyd into your flex pretty comfortably. The forwards probably spending up a little bit more, or in that mid-section there with one lower one in Brodie Jones or a Josh Maguire, for example, who's getting that start on the edge again. So 48 last week was really solid. So there's definitely some options in there, but not too much going much lower than that. So that's our Sunday video, guys. I hope you have the best of luck. Jump in and hit that sign up link, guys, and we'll catch you in the next video. See you later.